Weren't expecting this, were you?
It sounds like some of them people you fired are in the audience.
So Elon Musk gets brought out at a Dave Chappelle show, and the reaction is what you would expect it to be, especially considering that the comedy show was being held in San Francisco. Now, the first question I asked myself whenever I heard this news was, why is Elon Musk at a Dave Chappelle show? And at first I thought it was crazy, but, whenever you think about it for a second, you realize they're both transphobic bigots, so it makes total sense, actually. Dave Chappelle brings Elon out onto the stage, declaring that he's the richest man in the world, which I guess I haven't looked into anyone's net worth in a while, but considering this man just bought Twitter for $44 billion and then tried to back out of it, I'm going to assume that's somewhere in the ballpark of the truth. As you could imagine, the booing ensues along with some cheers. Elon, apparently, on Twitter said that it was more 90% cheers and 10% boos, which, if you watch the video, which we will do in a moment, it seems that it's more boos than anything. There's definitely a level of animosity that overtakes the crowd straight from the beginning, but I'll let you be the judge of that.
Noise for the richest man in the world. Cheers and boos, I see.
Apparently there were no phones allowed into the comedy show. I don't know if that is normal, if, that's standard procedure. I went to an Eliza Schlesinger. I can never pronounce her last name. I went to her show in New Orleans a few months ago, and we were allowed to have our cell phones. So I don't know if it's because Dave Chappelle knew that people would probably want to record him bringing Elon out onto the stage, or like I said, if that's just what happens at comedy shows, especially ones of this magnitude. But apparently the person who originally tweeted the video, it's no longer available. Whenever I tried looking for the person, it seemed like their account had been suspended. I'm not sure if that was just a weird coincidence, but something tells me probably not. What I find very funny about this, though, is that any time Elon tried to talk, people started booing. I guess that's what Elon was meaning whenever he said it was mostly during the quiet parts that people were booing. Because, him walking out onto the stage, it just didn't go exactly as Dave Chappelle planned, apparently. One of my favorite parts about this video is the fact that a horn gets blown as people are booing. It just seems what you would expect in a situation like this. Like, you're at a Dave Chappelle show and then Elon Musk comes out onto the stage. People start booing. They don't like that. So what do? They try and drown out the boos with a horn. Dave Chappelle tried to make a joke saying, oh, some of the people that you fired are in the crowd. And considering Elon has been upping his bigotry and extremist views recently, it's no surprise that he got booed, especially considering he's in the liberal Bay Area in San Francisco. This just seems to be snowballing into something Elon won't be able to control for much longer, if you can say that he's controlling it at all now, especially since on Twitter a few celebrities have decided to leave, such as Elton John, Whoopi Goldberg, and Jim Carrey. Especially Elton John, he is the most recent person to leave, saying that he can't stand the misinformation that's being allowed to run rampant on Twitter. And what is just the icing on the cake for me is Elon responds to him and asks him what misinformation he's concerned about. And then when someone replies and says that it's probably a Marxist social intern that's tweeting for Elton John, Elon basically says makes sense. The irony here, you just can't make this shit up. And then to top it all off, Dave Chappelle ends the show by saying, "I wish everyone in this auditorium peace and the joy of feeling free and your pursuit of happiness. Amen." Which comes after him trying to crack a joke that the people are booing must be poor because the boos were coming from the back of the auditorium. And I mean, if this whole interaction just doesn't reinforce the idea that Dave Chappelle and Elon Musk are just terrible human beings, then I don't know what will. These people paid to come see your show and then you make fun of them for their seats that they got? It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, that is about it for this video. I will put a link in the description to the video on Twitter, the one I could find that has 4.3 million views. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!